Hi, it's Lon Welsh at Your Castle Real Estate, and if you've been following the headlines at all, you've probably noticed that at both a national level and here in the Denver metro area, the number of home sales has been a lot higher than you would normally expect for this time of the year. So we've got a couple charts to illustrate that for you. The first one shows you for the entire United States just the number of homes that got sold relative to historically what you'd expected during different time periods of the year. And that dark blue line at the top of the chart shows you what's happening this year. And you can see that we're way, way above what you'd normally expect on a national basis. Denver as well is running quite a bit ahead of what we'd expect to be selling for homes and condos at this time of the year. One great metric to take a look at, actually two metrics to look at where you think the market's going to go, is showing traffic and number of homes under contract. So at the beginning of October, we took a look at September and we saw that the showing traffic for buyers looking for homes was much higher than we would historically expect. That usually means that in 6 to 8 weeks that the number of people closing on homes will be elevated above what we'd anticipate. Then more near term, taking a look at the number under contract on October 1st was also elevated from last year by a pretty sizable margin. So this momentum that we've got is pretty likely to continue for quite a while. So if you're thinking about selling, it's an extremely exciting time for you because there's a lot of people who are clamoring for your product and they'll be very excited to take a look at it. If you're a buyer, it's a little bit more difficult than it would be normally at this time of the year. The second chart shows you the number of months of inventory. And that is just saying if the buyers kept buying at the pace they did in the last year, with the number of homes currently for sale, how long would it take to sell all those homes? And I think currently for Denver, we're just a little bit above 1 month of inventory. 6 months and more, the buyers are in charge of the negotiation. 4 months or less, the seller's in charge. So if you're at 1 month, the seller is like very much in charge of all the negotiations, so it's a little frustrating. This is true for the entire US, but it's a little exaggerated to the Denver market. So if you're a buyer, should you be looking right now? I think the answer is you still should look. There'll be a little less to choose from than you would ordinarily expect, but the interest rates are so low right now, you're being given a gift from the Federal Reserve that will make whatever you do end up purchasing a lot more affordable. Alternatively, you could wait till next year. We'll probably have a little more to choose from, but historically, mortgage rates go up about 0.5 point after the presidential election. That's the average of the last several elections. So not having any better information, I'd assume the same thing will happen this time. So you might have more to choose from in the spring, but it may cost you more to do it. So I would at least start looking now and see if you find one that you like.